Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video I will show you how you can download XAMPP in your PC and how you can use PHP project inside XAMPP and how you can create database and access them. So let's start the video, and here I will first type XAMPP and go to the first link here, select on Windows. Your download will start automatically. If it's take too much time, then just click here button. Now you can see download is started, and let me just pause the video, and when the download will be complete I will show you how you can install XAMPP in your PC. Okay, now you can see our download is complete. Now go to the file location, and here you can see I have XAMPP downloaded. Just double click on it, click on yes. Okay, just click on OK, don't worry about it. And now you can see the interface, and just you have to select next. Now you have to select the folder actually where you want to install it. In my case I just want to install it in C drive. So, and actually by default it will install in your Windows installed driver or drive, whatever you say. So now click on next, then next. Now you can see it's installing. So let me just pause the video, and when the install will be complete I will be back. So here you can see I have already installed it, and now it's asking me that do you want to start the control panel now. So yes, I want to. So just click on finish. Now you can see we have downloaded and installed our XAMPP. So this is basically used for the localhost server. So as PHP is scripting language, and if you want to do server-side work, let's say if you want to create a database and you want to fetch data, create, read, delete and update data from your website, you can do it using PHP. So that's why actually if you want to interact with the server, that time you need a server, right? So XAMPP is basically work like this. It's help us to create a localhost server so that we can access database and we can do the PHP operations, right? Okay, here you can see we have two options. At first Apache and then MySQL, standard query language. So this is for the database, and this Apache for the localhost. So if you want to start the server, just you have to click on start here. And if you want to, let's say you want to create a database, so that time you just have to start this one also. And now if you want to access the database, okay, I just have to give allow. Okay, so if you just want to access the database, you can click here in the admin button, or if you want to go through browser directly, you just can search here localhost /php myadmin. That's it, and press enter. Now it will took you to the database PHP myadmin. And now let me just show you by creating a simple database here. So to create a database, you just have to select the new option, and you can see that I have selected, and now it is in the database section. So this is the interface where you can create database. Let's say I want to create a database named web tech knowledge. So I will say here web tech knowledge, KNOWLEDGE, but make sure that there is no space in between lines. Okay, so now everything let as it is, and now we just have to do is we just have to select here create option, and now you can see our database is create, and this is our database, right? If I go to other database, these are also databases. You can select here and you can see a lot of table actually created by default, and this is our database actually, this one web tech knowledge. Now you can create table, you can add value, delete value, or you can fetch value to your website. Now let me show you where the file actually is. We have installed this XAMPP in C drive in my case actually. So here you can see this PC, I have two drive, and I have installed this in the Windows installed drive. So you can download it anywhere, no problem. And here you can see I have a folder, and that is called XAMPP. Mainly you just have to know about two folder, that is htdocs and PHP. Why actually you need this two folder mainly because this folder, PHP folder, has some option where you can upgrade or downgrade your XAMPP version. Let's say you have installed XAMPP, let's say 1 year ago, but new update actually come. Now what you have to do, you have to just uninstall it, but this is not the good way. You can just change the PHP version, I mean your XAMPP version, so you can upgrade or downgrade the XAMPP version. That time actually this PHP folder actually needed, because you need to do some configuration here and this configuration setting. That's it. Otherwise you don't need this kind of folder here, but please don't delete any of this because these are all important. And we have another folder, that is htdocs. So mainly we need this folder htdocs because we will do every project inside this htdocs, because you cannot access all other file except this htdocs here. So here you can see we have a lot of file here. So by default PHP has a file that is called index.php. You can open it through a code editor. Let me just open it. Open with, and I will say here Atom for me. You can use Visual Studio Code, Sublime Text, and so on. So this is the PHP code, index.php. This is the very basic code. If you want to write something here, you can do it. So here you can see every PHP project or every PHP file actually start with an angular sign, then question mark, then PHP, and then end with a question mark, then angular sign. So let me just show you how. If I say here, let's say I want to write PHP code, right? So what you have to do, you have to just give a angular bracket, angular sign here, and then question mark, then you have to write PHP, and then you have to give one more question mark and then angular bracket. So this is the starting, I mean opening one, and this is the closing one, and inside it whatever you actually write you can write. But let's say you want to show something in the web browser. That time if you said that hello, it will not shown in the website, because inside PHP if you want to show something then you have to echo it. And now you can write here hello, and now if I go to the browser, make sure to open Apache server, just start it here, and let's say I will now if you want to access the file, you just have to say localhost slash when I said localhost slash, it means it will go to the index file, and here we have shown from index file that hello. So that's it. You can delete all of them, actually don't need, because it will work when you actually do some projects. So if you want to create any project, you just have to keep them in a folder. Let's say I will create here a new folder, and I will say here, let's say test PHP. So keep in mind that you cannot give space inside the text, because otherwise you cannot access it through URL. So you just have to mention it, I mean remember it, right? So test PHP here, and inside the test PHP, let's say I want this folder only, I don't want any file here. So just Control A, press Control A, and let me just keep this file and test PHP file. This is my folder actually. Other than test PHP and index.php, I will delete all of them. And now let's say I want to keep it here. Now if I refresh, now you can see there is an error. I mean not error. Now you can see that we have another folder, and that is called test PHP. Just we have created now. Yeah, you can see, and inside the test PHP we have index.php. So if you want to access this folder, you can say it project, right? This is not necessary actually, but let's say I have said that if you want to do it professionally, so you have to keep them in separate, right? So that you can understand better, so that you can access them easily, right? Otherwise all the I mean videos, audios, images, text, all will be just what can I say, so messy situation. So to avoid messy situation, actually you need folders. So here you can see we have a folder here, and it's showing there we have a folder test PHP. Now if I click on here, now it will show the index.php, and this is the default page. Now let's say you want to access this folder in your code editor. So just what you have to do, you have to just select this folder and just drag and drop it here, or you can go through just by clicking open project. Here you can see we have index.php, and by default when you go to the localhost slash I mean your main folder, that time if it will look for the index file. If it is access, I mean if it is here, I mean index.php, then it will directly open this. Otherwise it will you just have to mention the file name also. Here you can see I don't mention the file name, that is index.php, because by default actually PHP execute this. So let me show you by giving example here, and if I create one more file here, and let me just named it another.php. so your PHP file should have this extension .php, that is called .php. so we are in a new file here, and here I will add PHP code. So I have to set here angular sign question mark then PHP, right, and then space, then angular question mark, then angular. So we have open it and we have close it, right? Okay, now inside the PHP code we will say that echo actually we want to show that this is from another file. So now let's say here you can see we have two files, right, index and another. So as I mentioned that by default when you go to the localhost and if you look for any PHP project, then by default PHP will search for index.php. If PHP actually find index.php file, then it will execute the file automatically and it will show the result. But if I want to access this file, this next file another.php, I have to mention here after the project file, I mean project folder, then we have to mention that another.php. now I can access this, see. Okay, so this, okay, I miss s from here, this is silly mistake, sorry. And now if I go to the browser and refresh, now you can see everything is all right. So what I have said, that if you want to access every file, you just have to mention here file name also and .php extension. But if it is if the file name is index.php, then you just don't need to write here, it will automatically open the index.php file. So this is it for this video. So you can subscribe this channel for more videos, and we have already completed some project using PHP and framework Laravel. So if you are looking for Laravel also, you can follow this channel. You just have to subscribe this channel for regular updates. We upload videos regularly, so don't worry, it will be good practice if you do practice with us. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.